Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further ado, call on the field stand. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain.
Quarterback's arm is going forward. It is the
Oh, man, on a call that is.
That's the worst call in the history of all sports.
Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further ado, call on the field stand. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain.
quarterback's arm is going forward. It is the
Oh, man, on a call that is.
That's the worst call in the history of all sports.
Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further ado, call on the field stand. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain.
quarterback's arm is going forward. It is the
Oh, man, on a call that is.
That's the worst call in the history of all sports.
Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further ado, call on the field stand. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain.
quarterback's arm is going forward. It is the
Oh, man, on a call that is.
That's the worst call in the history of all sports.
Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further ado, call on the field stand. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain.
quarterback's arm is going forward. It is the
Oh, man, on a call that is.
That's the worst call in the history of all sports.
Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further ado, call on the field stand. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain.
quarterback's arm is going forward. It is the
Oh, man, on a call that is.
That's the worst call in the history of all sports.
Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further ado, call on the field stand. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain possession.
Quarterback's arm was going forward, and it's an
Oh, man, on a call that is.
That's the worst call in the history of all sports.
Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Under review. The call on the field stands. Touchdown.
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain possession.
Well, that was a
Welcome to another bad call where the refs aren't the only ones who get it wrong. I'm your man Justin with my buddy here, JD. Ready
What's up,
to
dude?
chat some football. Not much, man. How's your week?
Yeah, it's a week. You know, had the shortened week as far as work goes, but you know that just means you've got more stuff to do in those other days. So trying to cram that in and then get all my school stuff done, and so that I can enjoy a weekend and hopefully some fun football on Sunday. What about you?
Pretty much the same though. Work, it's our slow time right now, so it's not been too bad. I think we're gonna about a week left, and then it's gonna get real slow. So that's fine. Start to use our off season for maybe some self improvement, some learning. See what kind of things I can get ready for the next season of shipping. But enough about that crap. Let's we got 2 days of NFL football left this season.
Yeah.
2 days.
They should be 2 good days. Should be 2 real good days.
And yeah, so that's what I'm excited about here. We've got a couple of games here this Sunday that looked like excellent matchups and should make for some good football. And while I may have my favorites of who I want to win, or more importantly, want to lose, I don't think it matters who wins. I think we'll still have a good matchup for the Super Bowl. So, it's pretty exciting. So.
Totally agree. We'll get into who you want to win in a little bit here, because I'll be curious. I'm struggling with one of these games, so we'll get to that. How'd you do last weekend?
DFS. Let's see. What did I do last weekend? I didn't. I think overall DFS I was probably up just a little bit. I think on the main slate I didn't do all that superb, but then on the Sunday slate, the Sunday only slate, I had a single entry lineup in the $12 single entry that I ended up 5xing my money on, and I had a little bit of a sweat. I was top. I got into the top 200. I think with about a quarter left in that second game, and so had a little bit of a sweat, and didn't get there, but still put things together. It was the Traquan Smith and Leonard Fournette that those were the sneaky plays last week that kind of made it home. I'm kind of wishing I would have changed up some of my other lineups that were probably not looking so awesome from Saturday, and we could talk about that a little bit, but these slates where it's one game at a time gives you the opportunity to adjust lineups if things don't go so well with the guys in the first game, because it doesn't really help you to play chalk in the later games if your stuff in the early games already missed.
Totally agree. I started out really good. You know, I had my sportsbook bet of Devontae Adams having the first touchdown. It was boosted. Dropped in $10, hit for 75. I was like, all right, this is going to be a good weekend. And that was the only thing I did all weekend. I missed entirely in DFS. I missed the rest of my sportsbook bets. I was really frustrated with the Chiefs game because I had a Tyreek Hill boosted first TD and he gets them all the way down to the 1 and then Mahomes runs it in. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, just let him finish it, you know? But, you know, is what it is. You're going to have weekends like that. The weekend before it, I had a pretty good hit. I'm not going to complain. A lot of fun, and I'm ready to move on to this weekend.
Yeah, so I neglected to really talk about that part of it. But, yeah, I did hit a couple of first TDs in the prop bets. I was up a good amount. I was probably up almost 200 just on those prop bets alone. Didn't get them all there. I missed on all my parlays, but
yeah, what are you gonna do, right?
I did. I was up.
You try again this week.
I was up for the weekend, so
that's all you can ask. That's all you can ask. By the way, I see you repping that new headset there, buddy. How you liking it? You sound good. You sound real good this week.
Oh, well, the only reason I have it on, actually, I wasn't planning on using it for this, but I put it on because I forgot to charge my Beats.
That's you sound good. That headset's helping you out.
So, but okay, well that's good. Good to know.
That Kraken X, man, you get that better mic than what you're just using your standard laptop. You'll come through a lot clearer.
Well, I mean, I've got a blue Snowball mic that I use on a weekly basis, but
you sounding clear. I like it. All right, let's talk about this week. Let's get into it. You want to tell me what you're drinking on? You drinking on anything tonight?
Well, I got some.
That was a stupid question. What are you drinking?
I got some coffee right here. Oh wait,
yeah.
I got a little.
Oh, look at your little fancy glass.
Oh,
look at
yeah,
you. Look at you.
The whiskey glass, man. Tell ya.
I like it.
These really help. These are great for you. You gotta get some of these. They're whiskey tasting glasses, and you get the nose because of the narrow.
Yeah. It just aimed right at you. Yeah.
And it just, ooh, man, it's so good. So I got this. This isn't anything special. This is a cheap little. This was what you call a impulse buy at the register, at the liquor store. It just had a nice little tin can. It's called Stillhouse, and what it is a still whiskey, but it's in copper still whiskey infused with some cherry liqueur. So I just thought I'd give it a little try. It was like $6. I was buying a gift in there, and you know I got a lot of whiskey anyway, but I just wanted to try this.
All right. Did you look real cute with that tiny ass glass, drinking your cherry infused whiskey, right? That sounds good though. It does sound good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sipping on my Jefferson small batch again.
Nice.
Here, I'll put it actually up in camera. Got that green screen, so it kind of disappears as you go. But that was my Christmas gift to myself, and it's delightful.
Well done.
All right. So before we build some lineups, let's talk a little bit. We got the first game up is Tampa Bay going up to Lambeau. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, the battle of the 12s. What you think about this game?
We got an over under currently sitting at 51.5. Green Bay's favored by 3.5 right now. Applied team total 27.5 for Green Bay, 24 for Tampa. this is the senior bowl here. I mean, we had the real Senior Bowl last week, but we've got the greatest champion of all time with his new squad going on the road up in Lambeau facing Dick Rod, who he's finally got his home conference championship game.
Yep.
Weather is probably cold, but I haven't seen anything with any precipitation or anything like that. And it's an interesting matchup. Tampa's got a really tough D. They're really tough against the run. So, I don't know what kind of Aaron Jones shares people are going to be having. Obviously, it's a pass funnel, but I kind of wonder, can they make Rodgers do it with everybody except for Adams? Can they just full lockdown bracket Adams and make MVS and Lazard beat him? I don't know. This is a rematch of Week 6. Tampa went up there, or I don't know where that game was.
That was in Tampa.
It was in Tampa, but they smacked them. It was 36-10, I believe. Pick 6, a couple other interceptions. They put a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers. They blitzed him quite a bit, and he was not comfortable at all in that game. Will they be able to do it again? I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I'm not gonna. It's no secret. I don't want the Packers to win.
Yeah, so that's where I'm torn right now. I don't want the Packers to win, but I don't really care for Tom Brady either. So it's kind of like there's no winning in this for me. I mean, I know the general rule is you root against the Packers no matter what, but I kind of don't want the villain in there either. Like, so I don't know. The Week 6 game, it looked kind of similar in extent to the 49ers Packers game from last year, where the Niners were just like, hey, you guys don't belong here, and just smacked them right out of the game. Little differences because Tampa doesn't have that good of a run game, but they make up for it because they've got a bunch of superstars. Now, there is no Antonio Brown this week. He's been ruled out. But you still have Mike Evans, you still have Chris Godwin, you still have Gronk, you still have Cameron Brate, you still have Scooter, Scotty Miller. They have weapons galore, and then you add in, what they playoff Lenny, you add in Ronald Jones, and then to back it up, you've got the GOAT. You've got the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. Now, on the other side of that, you got what has been the BOAT. The best of all time. All right. You look at Rodgers as far as just talent, like arm talent. I don't think anybody really comes close to him, over a long haul at this point in time. The throws he makes are just, they're stupid. And I mean, on the run, in the pocket, falling backward, it's out of control what he can do. You've got Devontae Adams, you got Lazard, who came on last week because he's starting to get healthy. Robert Tonyan, and then you add in Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, and if they want to use AJ Dillon to really pound you, this game could go, well over that 51.
Yeah, I'm thinking that while we've seen a lot of playoff games hit the under, I'm thinking we could get 2 games with hit the overs this week. A lot of leave it out there, leave everything out there. Go for the gusto mentality. And I hear what you're saying about Brady. the thing is that I think it's cool to see him doing it outside of the Patriots machine. And we know he's the greatest champion of all time. Is he the best quarterback ever? I mean, I think we could debate that, but that's probably for another time.
I mean, here's the thing:
he's the best champion, and he's without Belichick, and I think Belichick is really the emperor in this whole scenario that everybody loves to hate. So, I think that Brady has something to prove. He wants to prove that he can do it outside of that. So that's why I think my pick, biases aside, I think my pick is going to be on Tampa this week.
What up, Doug? Doug says KC fucks me on overs every time.
Yeah, they haven't been so great lately.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything is possible, so we'll see how that goes. Yes, that was a hashtag. Anything is possible. So back to this Tampa game. Tom Brady's not an idiot. Like, he left Belichick, but he went to a team where it was like, hey, we've got this pretty good up and coming defense. They're young. We have decent running backs. Oh, and by the way, we've got possibly one of the best receiving corps in football and a decent line. Like, it's not like he went to the Lions. It's not like he went to the Jets, and turned the franchise around. I mean, yeah, he's turned Tampa around, but that situation was so close to being perfect. It doesn't take away from how good he's been and everything, but I just don't like how people are kind of pretending like he took the worst team in football and now turned them into a championship team. Like, that's not even close to what happened.
Well, I mean, I haven't really heard that talk, but still, it would. I mean, we'd be kissing his feet right now if he came to the Bears and had them in the conference championship. So
he'd be dead. He'd be dead behind that line. Well, he would have been dead.
I'm just saying. We know why he didn't pick the Bears. So.
Yeah, 100%. All right, who you got in this game?
I said it. I'm taking the Bucks, and I'm taking the over in this game.
Bucks and the over. All right, so here's the deal. Let me pull out our little. So you stomped me again last week, just 3-2. You picked Green Bay, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, and I took the flip side of it to try to beat you out, except for the Kansas City game, because I didn't think the Browns were going to win that one. So I have Buffalo and Kansas City, and you got Green Bay, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. So the overall totals right now is I'm 4-6, you're 7-3. So this is what I'm going to do. You're saying Tampa. I gotta say Green Bay. For two reasons. One, because I need the points to catch up to you, but also because, generally speaking, if I predict they're going to win, they lose. So if I can get Aaron Rodgers to lose, although this is the first year where I drafted Aaron Rodgers in a season long, and he actually did well. Every other year I've drafted him on purpose because he tanks, but that is what it is. Who are the guys in this game that you're like? Give me three players. They can be from any side. Three players that you're really targeting across your lineups.
Okay, number one, my number one guy that I'm looking at in this game. I mean, everybody's gonna play Davante Adams because I think that, and so I hate to use him as one of my three, but. Because I think that's just a given, but he's done it all year, no matter the coverage, and drawing everybody's best shot at him, and they just can't stop him from getting out of the end zone. This guy's a machine. Chris Godwin, I think, sets up really well in this game. He's especially now with Antonio Brown out, and then my Traquan Smith play of this week is Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson is uber talented. He made a hell of a catch last week, and I think we're gonna see a little bit more. I think he's gonna end up being their secret weapon this week. So Tyler Johnson, and I got a prop I'll talk about later involving him. So
all right, so you go 1 Green Bay and 2 Tampa. I'm gonna flip you. I'm gonna say Alan Lazard, who Rodgers we saw last year really fell in love with that guy when Adams was hurt, and he was doing okay this year before he got hurt. Now that he's coming back healthy, and teams are gonna have to pay attention to Adams, leave some openings for Lazard. Same thing with Robert Tonyan. I'm trying to think of another year where Rodgers used a tight end the way he's using Tonyan, and you got to go back to like what, Jermichael Finley maybe. Like, can you name another tight end that he used?
Here's what I'll say about first of all about Tonyan. While he is a touchdown machine, he's not been getting a ton of targets. The last let's see, 4. We're going backwards. 4, 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5. So like he's averaging basically three targets a game. I mean, yeah, he's like I said, he's been getting a lot of touchdowns. Touchdown variance might be gonna catch up to him, but
you find the weakness though, right?
So,
I mean that's the idea. You find the weakness.
So we'll see. But I like Lazard. To note, MVS and Lazard had the same target share last week. They both had about 25% of the targets total for the Packers. And while Lazard did cash in big time, MVS he was open. They went deep to him again. Rodgers just missed him.
And there have been a couple of other times where Rodgers has gone for MVS in some bigger moments, and MVS has let him down too. So I think when it comes down to it, if it's not Adams and it's a bigger moment, it's going to be Lazard over MVS. Personally, just from watching some of the games. My third one is going to be Rojo. I know Leonard Fournette he's been good for them. But if I'm not mistaken, Rojo still got like 12 plus carries last week in that game. And, he was coming back from injury himself. And they kind of rode him for most of the season. So I think if he's got it, he's going to be the guy. They'll probably be pretty close in carries. But
I was going to say,
if you take the lower price for the same amount of carries, that's where I'm at.
The carries, yes. But the thing is, Fournette has been getting all the usage in the passing game, and that's where I think he takes the advantage. But I think Ronald Jones is definitely going to be lower owned. So from a tournament perspective, I like it. That's why I also kind of like Jamal Williams in this game too. It's gonna be hard. Like when you look at the overall the running back landscape in this slate, there's nobody that really stands out to you as a great play, and nobody's priced outrageous. So pay down. I think it's real easy to put 4 receivers in, receiver in the flex or even tight end in the flex this week, and only roll with 2 running backs. But if you were to play 3 running backs, I think definitely would be contrarian this week.
Cool. And we can get into that when we build our lineup. But where you got anything else on this game you want to talk about?
No, but I think maybe defense for Tampa would be something I'm looking at. But defense, I'm not really looking at too hard this week.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4 plays. You know, you got a 25% chance to be right. Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to.
Or as I like to see, a 75% chance to be wrong.
Well, yeah. Duh. All right, let's move on to this other game.
Okay.
This is one of those games that, if you ask me, everybody's been waiting for. This game is exciting.
Oh,
Even though
man.
these two teams played against each other already this season as well.
Yeah. Also week 6.
Yeah, very interesting. And Buffalo, with the exception of the late loss to Arizona, did not lose another game after that. So had they held out and beaten Arizona that game, they would have won every game since that loss. And most of them by 10 points or more. So it was like, okay, we couldn't hang with the champs. That, you know, let's go. Let's do something. So this game should be interesting. That game also was in Buffalo instead of in Kansas City. So they're playing again, just in opposite directions. It's kind of funny how these two games have worked out that way. Who you like in this one?
Okay. Well, the game, this game total opened at 50. With the uncertainty for Mahomes, but now that he's been ruled cleared from the concussion protocol, we'll say, he's the total's going up. It's open at 50. It's up to 54.5 right now, with the Chiefs a 3-point favorite at home. So I think that means they're pretty much saying that it's an even matchup, with the home team typically getting 3. So a lot of people are down on Kansas City. You know, they haven't been covering. They haven't been. The totals have been going under. This is like 5 home games in a row where they haven't covered the spread. And overall, they've been. I don't even want to say they've been clunky, because if you watch their games, they impose their will on offense. Their defense isn't that great, but they just impose their will and do typically whatever they want on offense in a variety of different ways.
So I'm pulling up real quick. I don't know if you've got the stream up or not. So I pulled all 4 teams, their average EPA per play that week versus what the average, you know, the defense gave up for the for the year. And when you look at Kansas City's, what their average EPA is, it's kind of ridiculous. They had a couple down games where they were below 0.1, but the rest of them, I mean, it's just insane when you look at it. And you look at their Buffalo game in week 6, Buffalo averaging, giving up just over 0.00 EPA, basically positive, and Kansas City was at over 0.2 that week. So you know that, and they did it with CEH that week. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire had over like 150 yards that week too. So it's very interesting. Real quick, I can show Buffalo's too, just so you guys get an idea. Kansas City gives up about 0.05, and in that game, Buffalo actually had like a 0.06-ish EPA. You know, so it's not like they weren't moving the ball. It just wasn't enough to keep up with what the Chiefs were doing. So just some interesting stuff there. I'll go ahead and turn that back off so you can see our ugly mugs again. But and then if you guys want to see, if you're in chat and you want to see what the Green Bay charts and the Tampa one looks like, the Tampa game's really actually funny for their week 6 matchup. It's kind of amusing to see. As a Bears fan, seeing how poorly the Packers did that week, it's very entertaining to see. But yeah, what did you say the over under on this game was?
It's up to 54.5, so it's creeping up there. We know Buffalo's offense have been pretty prolific, and as well. I mean, Kansas City hasn't been putting up all the points, but they move the ball, and obviously with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, it's pick your poison. You're gonna try to guard from the deep, the deep from Hill, or are you gonna try to shut down Kelce, who just is a machine? That guy, heads and tails above any other tight end this year, and I don't. It's hard for me to say. I love the offense, and I love Patrick Mahomes. He's such an exciting player to watch. And then I've kind of got this affinity for Andy Reid. So just give me another fucking cheeseburger.
But he's got some stones on him. I mean,
my God, that play call, that was probably might have been one of the most excited I got over at a football game, not involving the Bears this year. When they threw that ball on 4th down with their backup quarterback, I'm like, that is exactly what I texted my fantasy league group of friends. I said, Andy Reid's balls are bigger than yours.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. He does it because it works, and they just make it work, and they've got Tyreek Hill. The funny thing is like, look, that's exciting. You saw it. If Nagy did that, you'd be flipping tables. As a matter of fact, there have been times this year where I've gotten messages from you going, fire this guy. What is he doing throwing the ball in this, in this type of scenario? And Andy Reid goes, 4th and 1, middle, trying to get to the conference championships. Backup QB. Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying, when it works, you're a genius. When it works, you're a genius.
Are you gonna try and tell me that they should continue throwing screen passes to Jimmy Graham in the flat?
Oh no, because for 2 reasons. Number one, Jimmy Graham is not Tyreek Hill. Number 1.
Exactly.
Number 2,
like the furthest thing away from being a.
And Chad Henne and Mitch Trubisky are a whole lot closer to each other than people think.
I'd take Chad Henne right now.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not gonna. We don't need to go into that. But yeah, I mean the stones on that guy. Yeah, Andy Reid, you gotta love the guy. The big walrus. He reminds me of the walrus from Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon. Like, so he's just this lovable dude. Yeah, the stones, I tell you. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I have a sneaky suspicion, and I could be very wrong on this. It won't be the first time. It won't be the last time. I'm half tempted to bet the under on this game.
What's creeping up?
I think even at 50.5, I'd bet the under. Like, that's just where I'm at right now. The Chiefs haven't had to score a ton of points.
Note to self, all the money on the over.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I said it might go under. You should bet the over. That's how it works. I mean, we've said this forever. If I say one thing, go the other way and make your money. That's what happens. But I don't know. Don't sleep on the Chiefs defense. And if they can rattle Allen early, don't sleep on the Chiefs defense. That's where I'm at. All right. Anyway, 3 players. Who are you looking at?
Oh man, this is.
Good luck.
All the plays. Give me all the plays, because that's what I really want. I want all the plays.
Plus, it's the late game, so you definitely want all the plays.
I mean,
You can only pick 3. Who you taking?
can I take Travis Kelce 3 times?
I don't think
I
you
mean,
can take Travis Kelce once, but if you want to take him all 3 times, go ahead.
Oh man, yeah, no. It starts and ends for me with Travis Kelce. What else is there to say? The guy just gets like 8 to 10 catches a game. He gets you the 100-yard bonus every week. Most of the weeks he scores a touchdown, it seems. I don't think the Bills really fare very well against him. That's just my. Who else do I want in this game? Man, I want them all, but I think John Brown is a sneaky play. I think he's going overlooked a little bit. Steph Diggs. I mean, I'm not going to pick him here, but you gotta pick him. I don't know. Just give me the. I'll tell you what. Yeah, give me the best 3. Give me Kelce, Diggs, and Hill. Now you go ahead. I'll let you.
That'll be a fun lineup to build. Yeah, that'll be a fun lineup
That'll
to build.
definitely be a lineup with that for sure.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we're just leaving QBs out of this because we didn't take QBs in the first game either.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we didn't do that. I didn't even think about it, but Josh Allen seems like the best value on the slate. But
Nope.
I think I'm telling you, I think that the Kansas City hate is kind of in effect. People are down on them because they haven't been matching the Vegas lines and stuff.
Yep.
And so I'll just be happy to go heavy on what I think is the best run offense and Patrick Mahomes. And, I think he's probably my favorite non-Bear player. He might be my favorite player in the NFL right now. Anyway,
Yeah, it's fair. All right, so we'll leave the QBs out of it. Players that I am looking at for this week. Darrell Williams, unless I hear that CEH is going to be a full go. Because the big trust in him last week when we thought maybe Bell, but Darrell Williams was like, nope, my show. And Bell's hurt too. So, Darrell Williams, we saw what happened the last time these two teams went. They rushed and rushed and rushed. And I mean, Darrell Williams is not CEH, but the plan is there. The blueprint to win it is there. So, I will take me some Darrell Williams. I'm keeping an eye on Gabriel Davis too. Allen's starting to look for him in the red zone. And if the Chiefs are going to kind of float the honey badger over towards Diggs to make sure that he's not getting all the balls, I think Davis becomes a good target in the red zone, personally. And I'm also keeping an eye out on Sammy Watkins to see if he's going to be able to go this week or not too.
I think they said he is playing.
Obviously these aren't like if I'm in a cash situation, I'm not gonna be like, okay, load me up with Darrell Williams, Gabe Davis, and Sammy Watkins, but they are good pieces. Darrell Williams, I think he's a cash play for running back, I think, if CEH isn't a full go. But when you're talking about the other guys, those are more my GPP tournament type. See what happens. I mean, you're limited. You've got 4 teams to pick from. And nobody's really outrageously priced. I mean, you got Adams is what, like at 8,600 or something like that. Tyreek's at I think 8. So I mean, you've got some guys that are up there, but you really don't have to do too much finagling here. But if you want to differentiate yourself, I am looking at some Gabe Davis. If he's not good to go, Cole Beasley's not on the injury report, I think, this week, which is the first time in a couple weeks from where he couldn't even walk and he had to be helped up on the field, which was kind of ridiculous. He gets targeted a lot, so he's a good play too. But we can do that when we build our lineups.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to build a lineup?
Yeah, let's go ahead. I built one lineup earlier this week, but I just want to go ahead and build a fresh one. So.
Oh, just because you like saying and taking 30 seconds to play.
Okay, fine. I'll just give you the one I built earlier this week. I'm gonna build 50 more lineups. Maybe not that many, but I'm targeting single entry GPPs, and there's a chance I get frisky, and enter in the Millie Maker later. Well. Don't tell Lexi. There's a chance I get frisky later.
I just got the heebie-jeebies. All right, let's start with QB. Who you popping in QB slot?
All right, well, so let me go find that lineup that I built.
That's fair.
This one's got Josh Allen at
Okay.
quarterback, who I think is probably the most owned quarterback on this.
I would agree. Yeah.
And I paired him with Steph Diggs.
Okay.
I brought it back with Tyreek Hill
Okay.
and Travis Kelce and Mecole Hardman in the flex.
Okay.
And also at running back, this lineup's terrible. Very, very poorly correlated here. So I got Leonard Fournette at running back, and I've got CEH at running back.
Okay.
Obviously, an easy pivot to Williams if CEH is out.
Yep.
However, I think if CH plays, he's pretty low owned. So
yeah.
I don't know if 4 Chiefs in this one's a great idea, but it seems fun.
You got 4 teams. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to be loaded up somewhere.
So then I got the Bucks D, and the last receiver spot I have MVS in. Although if I was redoing it, I'd probably put Tyler Johnson in there. So
Okay. All right.
because I want some Tyler
All right.
Johnson.
So we've got
So
Josh
that's
Allen.
why I hate that lineup. So
That's all right. It's first builds here, bro. Josh Allen, Leonard Fournette, CEH, Diggs, Hardman, MVS, Kelce, Hill, and the Bucks. All right. So from a cash game standpoint, 144.56 with an upside of 192.97. Nice. All right. Let me throw my lineup in here real quick. So what were you? 144, 192, right? All right. I'm sure yours is more than mine because that's just how it works. All right.
always is.
All right.
I
So
made that lineup on Tuesday, by the way.
so for this lineup, I have Mahomes, Fournette, and Williams. You did yours on Tuesday. You beat me by a day. I've got Adams, Godwin, and Beasley. And at tight end, I've got some Robert Tonyan. In my flex spot, I put Kelce. And in my defense spot, I got the Chiefs. So Mahomes, Fournette, Williams, Adams, Godwin, Beasley, Tonyan, Kelce, and the Chiefs D puts me at a cash point lineup of 144.46 and an upside of 197.29.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it's the Kelce, Godwin, Adams is what gets it. Actually, it's the Mahomes over Allen, I think, is probably what does it. No, they're actually pretty close.
It's Adams. It's
yeah.
gotta be Adams.
Yeah, so
I didn't have Adams in that.
yeah, so I built 2 lineups the other day, and the other one's my private one that's going to be going into our tournament. So I wasn't going to throw that one up on there, but not that it really makes that much of a difference.
The
But
lineup I gave you on this site on this call last week is the one I put into the.
yeah, I don't memorize your lineup.
And I think I beat you out. So.
Oh yeah, I bombed out hard last week. Let me actually pull that lineup out because that one was bad.
I don't think I got to second, or I don't think I got to first. In that,
No, you missed by point. You missed by 0.6.
It was so close.
So the play that killed me, the Saints D did absolutely nothing, and Deontay Harris getting hurt early. He got hurt real early, and that was it. And then I had MVS. Outside of that, I mean, I didn't have a bad day. Mayfield gave me over 12. Dobbins gave me 12. Akers gave me 18. Hill gave me 22. Landry with 15. Kelsey with 27. It was really Deontay Harris getting hurt, and then the Saints defense that just absolutely destroyed me in that one.
You want to hear a little secret? That lineup, that Sunday lineup that I did, the single entry $12, because I've been liking that tournament. You know why I like that tournament? Because min cash is $25 for a $12 entry, so you get more than half your money, more than double your money.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
On min cash. So I waffled back and forth between Deontay Harris and Traquan Smith for like 2 minutes, which is a long time when you're building lineups in the morning.
Yeah.
And I left it with Traquan Smith, and then I thought to myself, I was working out, I was lifting weights, and I thought to myself, man, you should really go change that to Deontay Harris. And I forgot. And
nice.
It ends up that Traquan Smith goes off.
See,
really
working out is good for you.
At like 5% like ownership, won me all the money. So
yeah, I actually had Traquan in and then took him out to put Deontay Harris in, because Traquan was coming back from injury, and I was like, I don't know. Harris played really well last week. They may just trust him and try to get Smith healthier.
The reason I got off of Harris really is because even when he was in against the Bears, he only ran routes on like 30% of the plays, which isn't a lot of usage. And that Traquan Smith, when he's in there, he's part of the offense. Like he's out there in all the 3 wide receiver sets. So that's why I thought that you're always going to have a chance to score more points if you're going to be on the field more. So
yeah, that's true. All right, buddy.
Well,
you got anything else?
Before we go, let's talk a little bit. Are there any props that you're looking at? Because honestly, as we wind down with DFS, I'm having a little bit more fun with the prop bets than I am with DFS here at the end of the season.
So I will look. I have not looked yet. You've known me for a long time. One of my biggest problems is I tend to overthink things and overanalyze things like crazy. So I find I'm better off if I wait until right before to really get myself into it. But let's go. Fire off some props. Let's see what we got.
So some of them I'm learning you got to catch earlier in the week before the odds change or before they change the lines. So I bet Chris Godwin over 67.5 yards, which now that Antonio Brown's out, I'm really loving. And then I do have a Tyler Johnson first touchdown bet out there.
Okay. Yeah, because why not?
I have a parlay of this is just a long shot for like I got like $2.80 on it. Chris Godwin first touchdown, and then Dawson Knox first touchdown.
What's it pay?
$2.80 pays out $803.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a long shot, but these are the kind of fun long shots you could take.
And the Dawson Knox one is not a terrible thing if the Bills can get the ball first. It's not terrible, yeah.
No, both of those guys, I've got one longer shot, and I'll get to it in a second. I'm probably going to parlay some totals, and I probably got to go back and look at Devin Singletary, the rushing line, because he missed it last week. I don't know if they could rush so little this week, and they probably can, but I think they need to run the ball a little bit more. And if they get up, they might want to try to control the clock a bit.
Yeah.
Now, my one real long shot. I mean, this one's crazy, but oh damn it, it closed out on me. So I could tell you what it is, but I gotta look it up to see what it's gonna pay. It's a parlay of first touchdowns. That I parlayed Tyler Johnson first touchdown with Gabriel Davis first touchdown, and it's like it pays out over $5,000 if it hits.
Oh, nice,
So
nice.
it's like man, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some odds boosts that are out there that I'll probably be taking part of. And just one last question: does Conor McGregor win tomorrow night? Is he
I've got him
about it.
I've got him bet to win.
Oh, did you bet that? Did you
I
take
did.
that?
I did bet him to win. Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, is he worth the $25 to like straight up win? Because I don't.
Well, I sure as hell didn't bet that, but I did bet bet him to win. Just because, I mean, why not? I mean, he's one of those guys where I could totally see him losing. I haven't followed enough to know what's going on, so I couldn't tell you anything. But he's also one of those guys that I don't like to bet against. So, you know,
I know
plus,
nothing about it.
He's entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So, I mean, there's ways to watch it, but we won't get into that.
We don't.
I don't partake in those illegal activities.
Do anything. We don't.
Yeah. So, yeah, the props are fun. I guess I should get in there and look at what I would like to bet. I love doing the first touchdowns. I like to basically pick 4 guys that are in the higher payout and just throw $2 on each of them, because if one of them hits, it more than covers what I put in. It doesn't hit often, but
so my mystery boost that I got for the Tampa Packers game was
did they do that already?
They already did it, and so my mystery boost that I got was first team to score plus 125. So you just pick which one, it's not it's not a very big boost, and like which team gets the coin flip basically. I don't know,
yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. I'm curious.
I don't like that one. That one was disappointing.
That's not gonna work.
So
all right, let's see.
There's some quarterback special odd boosts out there too. So last week the quarterback, the one bet that I had, it just let you pick which quarterback of 4 was gonna have the most passing yards, and I took Mahomes, and then he gets hurt, and I'm like, son of a biscuit.
Yeah,
and he ended up with the most passing yards. It was pretty awesome. I thought for sure Brady was gonna throw for more than 255, but so this is
I think I had the plus 1.5 touchdowns is what I had with Mahomes, and I lost that one
because he had 1, right?
Yeah.
Because the rushing touchdown didn't count.
Yep. Exactly. So there's that. So
Anyway,
we'll see what happens.
So Patrick Mahomes has scored a rushing touchdown in 5 straight playoff games. Do you think they risk it again this week?
Risk it for the biscuit?
Do they let him do it? I mean, if he's out there playing and it's there, he's gonna take it. But
yeah, I mean, they even asked Andy Reid with him getting hurt now as much as he has off of these run plays. Do you stop calling the run play? And Andy Reid's like, he could get hurt doing anything. If I take away that element, then he's easy to defend. Why would I do that?
For sure.
So, all right. I'm trying to see if I can get my
There's a special. Yeah, it takes a little while to kick in, but there's a special quarterback odds boost. You can pick Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady most passing yards, and then you can also pick Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady most touchdown passes. So there's 2 boosts of 125 you get to pick.
I do have a $2 bet on Packers and Chiefs to each win by 7+ points.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that.
That was just for fun.
Oh yeah, I know it was what's that, like 7-1 or something it pays.
Oh, I got the Devontae Adams one again to score the first touchdown.
That's gonna suck for you when Tyler Johnson scores it.
Whatever, I don't.
That's gonna
see
be
if it
my
actually.
big-
There we go. We'll do a nice simple one here. All right, man. I'm looking forward to it. My guess is that next week we won't do a football stream. We'll see. I mean, with no game next week, no real reason for it unless we just want to do a quick chat about what happened and whatnot. But yeah, buddy, I'm excited. Should be a fun weekend of football again.
Yes, definitely. Like I said, 2 more days of NFL, and then the long dark winter really sets in. So
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, brother.
I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it. So
All right. Until next time, good luck this weekend, everybody. Hopefully you don't make as many bad calls as we do. Have a good one.
late.